Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to configure Maven project to work with Spock 2. I've prepared two examples for you. The first one is pure Java Maven project, and the second one is Maven Spring Boot project. If you prefer a text version of the tutorial, you can find it on my blog, bettercoding.com. All of the necessary links to resources I'm gonna put in the description of the video. So let's start, because we have some work to do today. So let's start from the first case. I'm gonna prepare a standard Java Maven project. Okay, let's call it Java Spock. Let's say template com.bettercoding.demo. Okay, so what we need to do first is we need to add those Spock dependency to our project, and then we need to add build plugins, Gmaven Plus plugin and Surefire plugin. The first one is responsible for compiling our Groovy classes, and the second one is responsible for running unit tests in Maven test phase. Okay, so let's copy the content to our pom.xml file. Okay, we need to refresh Maven project, and now as you can see, I don't have Groovy folder here, so I need to create it first. Let's create it. As you can see, the color of the folder is gray, which means that IntelliJ didn't recognize the folder. So what we need to do is to reload Maven project, and now, as you can see, the directory was marked as a test source. So what we need to do now is we need to create a Groovy class. Let's call it my first test. Okay, don't ask me again. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's very important to create the package first. So let's create a let's create a Groovy class. com.bettercoding.demo.my first test. It's very important to name the test that ends of test, because in other case Surefire plugin won't be able to run the test, and you will have to configure Maven Surefire plugin to run custom test classes. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to extend specification, and let's create the test. Okay, so when let's say def x equals, or dummy equal 1, then we expect that dummy equals to 1. Okay, let's run it. Yeah, our tests run perfectly. So let's create a Maven clean build configuration, clean package, I mean. Okay, let's run it. As you can see, one test was run, so everything works perfect. Now it's the time to the second part, in which I'm going to show you how you can configure Spock 2 to work with Spring Boot Maven project. Okay, so let's start. Let's open Spring Initializer. Let's create application Java 17 com.better coding.demo. Let's call it Spring Boot Spock template. Okay, demo project for Spock and Spring Boot. Yeah. Yeah, let's generate the project. Okay, let's open it. Yes. Okay. So let's go back to the tutorial. As you can see, what I have to do first is I have to add Spock version property. Let me add it here. Yes. Then I have to add two dependencies, Spock core and Spock for Spring. So yeah, I'm gonna add it, for example, here. Then I have to ensure that I have dependency to Spring Boot starter test. So as you can see, I have. And I have to add the same both plugins, I mean Gmaven Plus plugin and Maven Surefire plugin. The first one is responsible for the compiling Groovy classes, and the second one is responsible for running our unit test in Maven test phase. So I'm gonna add it here. Okay, let's refresh the project. And now, as you can see, there is one Java test. This test checks that application context loads properly. So I'm gonna write a similar test to this one, but using Spock. So let's create a directory Groovy. Okay. Okay, let's refresh the project. As you can see, Groovy folder was marked as a test folder. So let's create a class called, or even better, you can just go here. Sorry, you can just open the application class and let's create test Spock. Okay, and let's create it in a Groovy directory. Okay. Yeah. So let's create our first test. My first Spock Spring Boot test. Yeah, I would like to auto-aware, for example, being called application context. Okay, I just want to expect that application context is not null. Okay, and what I have to, if I want to have a Spring Boot test, I should annotate the class by Spring Boot test. So let's run the test. Yep. So as you can see, everything works perfect. Okay guys, that's all what I prepared for today. If you like the video, please give me a thumb up and leave me the comment what do you think about it. If you don't want to miss any of my future videos, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. See you!